Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In this video I'd like to do a little look at how we could override the trade management of the standard and automatic trade setups for the more experienced traders among you by using the larger degree charts. And there's a great example unfolding, or it's just unfolded on the 3-minute DAX just this morning. Here we had two losing trades. Yes, we always will get losses, but the trick is, as normal, keeping them small and under control at -1R. But the trade I want to look at is this one here. Standard trade setup, a buy setup on a blue STF. So if we right mouse click, select automatic analysis, click on the blue buy reversal bar, standard trade setup here. Market goes into the first target here, just dragging this long a bit, first target here, for a nice plus 2.1R. STF was weak at the time, therefore you'd come out for plus 2R profit. But wouldn't it be nice to be able to squeeze a little bit more profit and run it up into a slightly higher level here? Well, this is where the 15-minute chart comes in. So if we look at the position on the 15-minute chart when we had this TS4 buy set up, and let's see whether we can see any targets where there's a larger degree resistance area. So let's move across to the 15-minute chart, which is this one here. So I've got a few other charts in this workspace. But let's go back to here. This is where the TS4 buy setup comes in. So I want to look at where we can place a larger degree target on the chart in advance on this 15-minute chart. So for this, we can just go to advanced chart analysis, decision point, click choose swing high or low. Very easy, we just go back to the last major pivot. Remember, we're not really using the automatic setups on the 15-minute chart, we're just using it for larger degree support or resistance areas, mainly using the DP tool. So we click on this high here, and instantly we can see we have this decision point level up on our chart before the market gets there, and that is the important point, because all these DP and WPT tools in MTPredictor are what we call leading indicators. They're on the chart in advance. So we knew up at the 60-50 level, which is where I've got my cursor there, around about that level was 15-minute resistance. So in other words, a larger degree resistance area. If I scroll forward, you can see the market did indeed go up to that level, tag it, and then come down. But if we go back to the 3-minute chart, and I actually scroll out, if I zoom left a bit, you can see I can come back to this same pivot. This pivot here is the same high as we had on the 15-minute chart. So I'll just put the decision point on there as well, so we have it on our 3-minute chart as well. And there you can see it's up there for us. I'll just drag it across so we have it back where our current trade setup is. And can you see now how, even if I scroll back out here to when the market got to this target here, this is the first target, we can see on the 15-minute or the larger degree position that we weren't getting major resistance till up here. So what the advanced traders among you can say is that I don't want to come out of this first target, I actually want to hold the trade until you get a larger degree resistance area, which is up here. So that instantly increases our profit from a potential 2R, as we had before, up into a potential 4.4R. And if I scroll right, you can see this is exactly what happened. The market is real live at the moment. The DAX went up into this high, tagged it beautifully, and came back down. Remember, we're not using the standard trade management guidelines of running it with the STF, because we know that this is a larger degree resistance area, therefore it tends to override the STF, and I've talked about this quite a lot in other videos. So this is a good example of how the more advanced traders among you can use the larger degree support and resistance zones to help manage your trades and change the standard trade management guidelines, or amend the standard trade management guidelines to allow you to get slightly more profitable trades. Another quick example, if I go back to the 15-minute chart of the DAX, I just want to show you, I'll just leave the chart there, just delete everything. I just want to show you what unfolded around this point here. If I again go to the decision point tool, click on choose swing high or low, come back to the prior pivot here, can you see how at this time, at this point here, we're actually at 15-minute DP support? So now I want to go in and have a look and see what the 3-minute chart was giving us after this initial rally into here and this initial decline into this point here, which was 12:30 New York time. So I want to remember that this point here was a correction of an initial move of 15-minute support, in other words large degree support. So I just want to scroll left and go back to this example back here. So I'll put this same decision point target on again, or the same decision point support, which was from this pivot. So on the 15-minute chart we had good DP support here. The market made an initial rally up, an initial correction down into our TS3 buy setup, which was here. Now what we can do for the advanced traders among you is when you get an initial rally up, an initial correction down that unfolds an ABC, where the initial rally started off an important support zone, in this case our 15-minute support, we can amend our standard trade management guidelines to do what we call a holy grail trade setup. So for this we don't look to come out of the first target, we actually look to come out at the third target, which is this one here, which is the typical wave 3 WPT. And if we see how the market unfold, if I scroll left, I'll just bring that down a bit. If I scroll left, you can see that the DAX did indeed go right up to our target there where there was a potential DP sell signal. But the point being is that we've increased our initial profit at our initial target because we're amending our trade management guidelines into our holy grail trade setup at our typical wave 3 WPT, because we knew that the initial move here was off the 15-minute support, in other words larger degree support. And this is the whole idea of this video, is that even though we're using the standard trade setups to get our trades, enter our trades, we're amending the way we manage them because of the 15-minute larger degree support and resistance zones. And this is something that the more advanced traders among you can do, and it's what we teach in our advanced trading webinars on a weekly basis.